So it finally happened. Mark Carney went down to the United States and he went to negotiate with Trump. Boom, 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 elbows up. Yeah, but that didn't happen, did it? It didn't happen. What people voted for, what the Liberals voted for, and what they wanted, didn't happen. Nothing happened. They just sat, looked at each other, and said, "Yeah, we respect each other." That's not what That's not what he went down there for. He went down there to save 750 jobs in Oshawa. He went down there to save the car industry in Windsor. He was supposed to sort all this out. Go down, have a good, strong talk with Donald Trump and say, look, this is what Canada wants. We're elbows up there. Well, I hate the elbows up thing, but that's their thing, isn't it? It's their fighting talk. It's we want what's best for Canada, but it didn't happen. Didn't happen. This happened.
Mark, would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I'm on the edge of my seat, actually. But thank you for your hospitality and above all for your leadership. You're a transformational president, focus on the economy with a relentless focus on the American.
He's definitely transformed Canada, that's for sure. He's made people jobless, unemployed, and he's crushed the car industry. Yeah, so you could say he's correct in that assumption.
Worker, securing your borders, ending the scourge of fentanyl and other opioids, and securing the world. And I've been elected with my colleagues here, with the help of my colleagues here. I'm going to spread the credit.
Yeah, the same people who were his colleagues and Trudeau's colleagues before them. It's the same government. That's what Trump should realize. It's the same people. He's talking to the same people. He's going to be I think Trump said something about Freeland and about how she was the worst person he could ever speak to. She's still there, Trump. She's still there.
To transform Canada with a similar focus on the economy, securing our borders, again on fentanyl, much greater focus on defense and security, securing the Arctic and developing the Arctic. And the history of Canada and the U.S. is we're stronger when we work together, and there's many opportunities to work together. And I look forward to, addressing some of those issues that we have, but also finding those areas of mutual cooperation so we can move forward.
That's good. Very nice. Thank you very much. Very nice statement.
Mr. President,
Mr. Prime Minister, I'd like to get your response to this too. Mr. President, you had said that Canada should become the 51st state.
No. Well, I still believe that, but takes two to tango, right? But no.
Yeah, he's just laughing along with Trump now about the 51st state. Isn't this guy supposed to be serious? Hey, aren't all these liberal boomers with their elbows up supposed to be thinking? What are they thinking? What are they thinking now? They voted for this guy to sort Trump out within the first week, within the first few hours. He's the only guy who could sort Trump out. Trump, tariffs. What's happened? Nothing.
I do. I believe it would be a massive tax cut for the Canadian citizens. You get free military, you get tremendous medical cares and other things. There would be a lot of advantages, but it would be a massive tax cut. And it's also a beautiful, as a real estate developer, I'm a real estate developer at heart. When you get rid of that artificially drawn line, somebody drew that line many years ago with like a ruler, just a straight line right across the top of the country. When you look at that beautiful formation when it's together, I'm a very artistic person, but when I looked at that beauty, I said that's the way it was meant to be. But I do feel it's much better for Canada, but we're not going to be discussing that unless somebody wants to discuss it. I think that there are tremendous benefits to the Canadian citizens, tremendously lower taxes, free military, which honestly we give you essentially anyway because we're protecting Canada if you ever had a problem. But I think it would really be a wonderful marriage because it's two places that get along very well. They like each other a lot.
You think he looks like a lost schoolboy, being sent to the headmaster's office and told you've been very naughty this week. He just looks totally a little bit like. Doesn't look like the person that we've been. Well, not we. Obviously, we know that he's just. It's just a facade, but it doesn't look like the person that is being pushed out there to be the strong man against Trump, does he? Can you imagine Polyev sat there talking to Trump? It'd be business first, wouldn't it? You'd think it would be, wouldn't you?
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace, that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together. And we have done that in the past. And part of that, as the President just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change in our investment in Canadian security and our partnership. And I'll say this as well, that the President has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our full weight in NATO.
You could say revitalized, or you could say forced Canada to do something about NATO, forced them to do something, or forced us to do something about our borders, forced the Liberal government to tackle the drug issue, forced Canada, forced, not revitalized, forced. What was Carney got to say to us when he speaks to us? The bit that CBC will be showing us on the news in the evening. Let's have a look.
President Trump and I met today as leaders of two sovereign independent nations. And I want to thank the President and the members of his cabinet that attended for welcoming me and my colleagues to the White House and for our very constructive discussions. I conveyed to the President today what our countries have long proven to be true, that Canada and the United States are stronger when we work together. We can get a better deal for our workers. We can create more opportunities for our businesses. We can build stronger economies across North America when we work together. And really today marked the end of the beginning of a process of the United States and Canada redefining that relationship of working together.
The end of the beginning? What is he talking about? It's just the end of his negotiation for today. He's not going to negotiate nothing. Absolutely nothing. What is it? What has he gained out of this? What did he gain out of this meeting?
The question is how we will cooperate in the future.
Exactly.
How we can build an economic and security relationship built on mutual respect, built on common interests, and that delivers transformational benefits to our economies.
How many trips is it going to take to sort this out when we could have had somebody in there who would just lay it on the line and say, look, this is what we want, this is what you want. Let's just be grown-ups in the room for once.
We had what I would describe as wide-ranging and, as I said a moment ago, very constructive discussions. We agreed to have further conversations in the coming weeks, and we are looking forward to meeting in person at the G7 summit in Kananaskis in Alberta.
Why?
Now, while that's going on in Canada, we will focus on what we can control.
Here we go. So all he's really interested in is what Canada can control ourselves. He could have done that without going down to the United States. He could have done that without talking to Trump. Talking to Trump at the moment has done absolutely nothing for Canada. Canada is no further forward now than it was yesterday. No further forward at all. He's going to come back and he's going to try and do things in Canada that is in his hands. Unless Trump just suddenly calls him up and says, right, we're stopping the tariffs just because he's a nice guy, which probably won't by the time this video goes out in the morning. He's just come back with his tail between his legs, basically.
We are masters in our own home, and we can give ourselves far more than any foreign government can ever take away. So now is the time to build and based on the discussion today, to build at home and to build with our partners abroad, including the United States. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your questions.
Well, after that, he has some the people asked him questions about how did he feel about Freeland being dragged into it, and yeah, and he was saying how he's going to work together with the United States. It never really got down to anything. There was no hard questions there. It was the Toronto Sun and CBC and all that lot asking the questions, obviously. So they aren't going to get tough on him, are they? But we are, as independent people looking at this, where I'm saying now, he went down there, he had his chance to talk to Trump, and nothing is changing at the moment. That's what the Liberals voted for. No change. See you on the next one.